Hello everyone, myself Arbin Arwade would like to welcome for today's lecture on endangered species. First we will see the definition of endangered species. An endangered species is a species that is categorized by International Union for Conservation of Nature as likely to become extinct in the wild if conservation is not done. So an endangered species is a population of organisms which is at risk of becoming extinct or extinct in the wild because it is either few in numbers, threatened by changing environmental or predation parameters, deforestation, or lack of food or water. So an endangered species is likely to become extinct or extinct in the wild if conservation is not done. So it may be due to that species may be few in number, then that species is having a threat of changing environmental or predation parameters. Then due to the deforestation there is a loss of habitat, so that species cannot survive, or there may be lack of food or water, so that species cannot survive. International and national agencies work to maintain lists of endangered species to protect and preserve natural habitats, then to promote programs for recovery and re-establishment of these species. So there are national agencies and international agencies that work to maintain the list of endangered species so that we can protect that endangered species, then we can preserve their natural habitat, then we can promote the program for the recovery of endangered species. The example of such program is Project Tiger, and we can re-establish that species. So here you can see the photographs of different endangered species, that is African elephant, then snow leopard, Asiatic cheetahs, etc. Then we will see the causes of endangerment. So there are many different reasons that a species may become endangered or extinct. So there are variety of reasons so that species become endangered or critically endangered or extinct in the wild. So some of the reasons that we are going to study in this lecture are rarity, then inbreeding, then hybridization, gradual loss of habitat, then long-term environmental trends, catastrophe, extinction or reduction of mutualistic population, then competition, then predators, then disease, hunting and collecting. First cause of endangerment is rarity. When there are very few animals of a species left, there are less available mates. So if we see the classification as per the IUCN, there are 9 categories. So in these you cannot see the rare species. So rare species means a species whose population is low. So in this rare species, so there is less availability of mates for the reproduction, so that species cannot reproduce at a proper rate. So that species become endangered. So animals can be rare if they have very specific food or nesting requirements, are sensitive to change, compete with other species, migrate or interfere with human activities in some way. So there are different reasons that the species become rare. So first is that species may require specific food or nesting requirements. So if those requirements are not fulfilled, then the number of that species become reduced. Then there is a sensitivity of the species to the change. Then that species may compete with other species, so the number of that species become less. then there is a migration or interference with human activities in some way, so that species number become less. The example of rare species is Galapagos tortoise. It become rare because of their lack of ability to compete with other species. So here you can see the photograph of this Galapagos tortoise. So this tortoise become rare because of their ability to compete with other species has been reduced. The next reason is inbreeding. Inbreeding means mating between closely related individuals. So when animals mate too much within their own group, then the offspring become less able to survive and adapt in a healthy way. So that offspring cannot survive or adjust to the surrounding environment. So here you can see the example of white tiger. So this white tiger is a inbred white tiger, and this is having a visible birth defect due to the inbreeding. So this species or these offsprings cannot survive. Next cause is hybridization. When two animals from different subspecies mate, they might pass on the genes that are less healthy. So if there is a mating between different subspecies animals, then there may be a possibility that gene which is passed to the offspring is less healthy. So that species number become reduced and that species goes into the endangered category. So here you can see the example of quagga, that is half horse and half zebra. So this quagga is now become extinct. Next reason is that gradual loss of habitat. So when an animal's habitat is slowly destroyed and they have nowhere to live. So if the habitat is not present, then that species cannot survive. The example is Bali tiger. Because of its loss of habitat, this Bali tiger now become extinct. Next cause is long-term environmental trends. Scientists think that dinosaurs become extinct because of a slow cooling of the earth. So there are certain activities that are going on. So one of that is slow cooling of earth. So due to this environmental activity, so these dinosaurs become extinct. Then next is catastrophe. So there are various disasters like volcanic eruption, then dramatic change in the climate, tsunami. So to this catastrophe, the species cannot tolerate. So their number become reduced. Next cause is that extinction or reduction of mutualistic population. If two species are dependent on each other, then the endangering of one also endangers the other. So mutualism is a type of interaction between the two species. So in this, both the species are taking the benefit from each other. So any one of the species become endangered, then ultimately second species becomes endangered. So here in the first photograph you can see the example, that is Ocellaria clownfish that dwell among the tentacles of retiary sea anemones would become endangered if anemones were to become endangered. So these anemones provide the habitat or protection to this clownfish. So this clownfish survive. So if these anemones get endangered, then this clownfish also get endangered. Then the next cause is the competition. So when a species, that is new species, is introduced to a habitat, then the stronger of the two species will be more likely to survive. So competition is a negative type of interaction between two species. So the competition may be for the food purpose or habitat purpose. So if a new species has been introduced into the habitat, then the species which is stronger will ultimately survive. So here in this you can see the photograph, that is a Japanese vine introduced into a Georgia forest. It competes with other species that are present in the forest for the light, and this Japanese vine clearly wins. So here you can see in the photograph, that is Japanese vine. Next cause is predators. When the population of a species of predator in a habitat suddenly increases, then the population of their prey decreases. So the prey-predator relationship, that is the prey which is the animal to whom the predator will depend. So if the predator is increased, then the prey will get decreased. So in the first photograph you can see the wolves in the Yellowstone National Park. These wolves will prevent the herbivores from overgrazing the area by preying on them. So this wolf will use herbivores as a prey, and so their number will get decreased. Then next is the disease. If a particular sickness spreads quickly throughout a particular species, then many may die before they can reproduce. So here you can see the photograph of second species, that is Tasmanian devil. So the disease, that is Tasmanian devil tumor disease, has made this species endangered. So due to this species, the number of this Tasmanian devil get reduced. The next cause is hunting and collecting. Hunters have become largely responsible for endangerment of many animal species. So they kill the animals for a particular purpose. So example is elephant poachers have been the cause of many endangered and extinct species of elephants. So elephants have been hunted and killed for their valuable ivory tusks. So for this ivory tusks, these elephants are killed. Next is why to save these endangered species. So plants and animals hold medicinal, agricultural, economical, commercial and aesthetic or recreational value. So endangered species must be protected and saved so that future generations can experience their presence and value. So if we don't preserve or conserve those species, then for the future generation, those species will not be available. First is the medicinal. So about 40% of all the prescriptions written today are composed of natural compounds from different species. So 40% of the prescription are having the natural compounds of different plant species. That's why we have to conserve this, or we have to save these endangered species. The example is Pacific yew. So this tree is used to be considered a trash tree, and it was discovered to be a promising treatment for some cancers. So after extracting a natural compound from this tree, it can be used for treating some cancers. Then next is agricultural. So scientists estimate that there are about 80,000 edible plants in the world, and only 20 species of these plants provide most of the world's food. So there are 80,000 edible plants are available, and out of that we are using only 20 species. So animals too are a part of agriculture. So for example, having birds eat certain insects so that they do not devour all of the farmer's crop. So that's why this endangered species has to be saved. The next reason is ecological. Plant and animal systems are the foundation of healthy ecosystems. So ecosystem means the interrelationship between biotic and abiotic components and their environment. So when a species becomes endangered, it is an indicator that the health of these vital ecosystems is beginning to unravel, because this will maintain the ecological balance. So if any of the species become endangered, so this ecological balance will get disturbed. Then the US Fish and Wildlife Service estimates that losing one plant species can trigger the loss of up to 30 other insect, plant and higher animal species. So as per the US Fish and Wildlife Service estimate, so there is a conclusion that if we lose one plant species, then it can trigger the loss of up to 30 other insect, plant and other higher animal species. So we have to conserve each and every plant species. Then pollution of the coast of Florida is killing the coral reefs along the Florida Keys, which serve as a habitat for hundreds of fish. So this coral reef serve as a habitat for hundreds of fish. So commercial fish species have begun to decline, causing a threat to the tourism industry, which depends on the quality of the environment. Next is the commercial. Various wild species are commercially raised, directly contributing to local and regional economics. So there are various wild species have been raised, so which contribute to the local and regional economy. And for example, commercial salmon fishing in the Pacific Northwest provide 60,000 jobs and $1 billion a year in income. So if we see the fishing in Pacific Northwest, so commercial fishing of salmon will provide 60,000 jobs and $1 billion income per year. So this industry is in trouble as salmon decline due to habitat degradation from dams, clear cutting and overgrazing. So if the population of this salmon fish is decreased due to the habitat degradation, due to the dams or clear cutting or overgrazing, so this all will come into the trouble. Then next is the recreational. Plant and animal species and their ecosystems form the basis of America's multi-billion-dollar job intensive tourist industry. So this species will provide pleasure to the human being. So they supply recreation, spiritual and quality of life values as well. So if we see, we can see that the America can get multi-billion-dollar job as a intensive tourism industry. Each year, over 100 million people in the US participate in the wildlife related recreation, including observing, then feeding and photographing wildlife. So they can get economy from these activities. Then there are certain laws that protect endangered species. So first is Bald and Golden Eagle Protection Act. So this act makes it illegal to import, export or take bald or golden eagles to sell, purchase or barter their parts or products made from them, including their nests or eggs. So this act will protect the bald eagle and golden eagle. So due to this act, there is illegal to import, export or take these eagles to sell, purchase or barter their parts or any of the products. Then next act is Marine Mammal Protection Act. This act establishes a moratorium on the taking and importation of marine mammals, including parts and products, and defines federal responsibility for conservation of marine mammals. So this act will protect the marine mammals, including their parts and products, etc. Next law is Endangered Species Act. So this act prohibits the importation, exportation, taking and commercialization in interstate or foreign commerce of fish and wildlife and plants that are listed as threatened or endangered species. So as per this act, this act will prohibit the importation of endangered species or threatened species, then exportation of these species, then taking and commercialization in interstate or foreign commerce of fish and wildlife and plants that are listed as threatened or endangered species. So the act also implements the provision of the Convention on the International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora. The next act is Antarctic Conservation Act. So the purpose of this act is to provide conservation and protection of fauna and flora of Antarctica and of the ecosystem upon which such flora and fauna depend. So as per this act, there is a protection to the flora and fauna of Antarctica and their ecosystem. Other than this, there are many other laws set in place to preserve and protect endangered species. So this table represents the examples of different endangered species. First column represents the common name and second column represents its scientific name. So the examples of endangered species are African wild dog, then Asian elephant, then blue whale, then bluefin tuna, then black-footed ferret, then Borneo pygmy elephant, then chimpanzee, then fin whale, green turtle, Indian elephant, etc. Then Irrawaddy dolphin, then mountain gorilla, then red panda, sea lions, then sea turtles, then sea whales, then Indus River dolphin, then bonobo, then Sri Lankan elephant, and tiger, and whale, whale shark. So these are all the examples of endangered species with their scientific name. So it was about the endangered species. Thank you.